Fat, you need to avoid saturated fat. Trans fats are fake. They're made, it's things that weren't solid, that are turned into solid by some sort of process they do in the factories. And you need to avoid them like the plague, because they're really not good for you, and they are connected to what's it called? It's completely gone out of my head. Heart disease and high cholesterol. That's it. High cholesterol and that sort of thing. They're related. So it might sound strange, but switch your margarine to butter. Now that sounds back to front, but I would definitely suggest you did that, because things that are low in fat, and say they're low in fat, usually have got all the other goodness taken out of them as well, and all sorts of chemicals put in instead. Have a look on the labels the next time you compare the margarine and the butter. I have butter, and my husband's like, yes, because it tastes better. Obviously you don't cake it on like your margarine. It's, you've got to be sensible about it. And it's got more macronutrients in it, butter has, than margarine. So, if you're making some sort of pact with yourself as to what you're going to do, you need to think about what you will do, not what you won't. Another thing people do wrong with New Year's resolutions is, I'm not going to eat chocolate, I'm not going to do this, and I'm not going to do that. Never mind what you're not going to do, what are you going to do? Focus on the positive. If you're going to turn yourself over a new leaf, if you're going to do some running, if you're going to change your diet, then go do it. You're the person that makes the decisions, and you're the person that puts it into your mouth. One of the things the Weight Watchers leader said to me, you're in control of it, you put it into your mouth, so it's up to you. Focus on what you do want, and then that's what your mind will be on. If you're focusing on the negative, like people often do with running, I've got a great picture here, which I hope people at the back can see. If you're focusing on what you don't want, pass it along, then that's a whole lot of wasted energy. Like always looking over your shoulder, wasted energy. Focus on what you do want, focus on what you are going to do, and you will get it. It's quite simple. Yeah? Your mind is a massively powerful tool. Your mind can make things vanish. How many people have ever lost their car keys? I can't find them. I don't know there, I've lost them, can't find them. They might be right there in front of you, but you're saying I've lost them, so your mind's going, well, that can't be the car keys. Oh, I'll just delete it from the picture. Yeah? Your mind is really, really powerful tool. And if you're in control of it, you can do anything you want. You heard what Richard said earlier. You can do anything you want. You're in control of it. Now I do NLP coaching, which is mental strength coaching, and also sports nutrition coaching. And they do kind of go in hand, but they don't have to. NLP coaching can be anything from mindset training to making you believe you can do things. I also do hypnosis, so I can help you with things you like that you don't want to like anymore. When I was doing my training, they made me hate ice cream because I said I ate too much ice cream. So now I don't eat ice cream because they made me dislike it. Yeah, so it's very clever. NLP is very clever. I first was coached on NLP, and I went and did a world championship and got a PB, and I'd only had 1 hour session with the woman the night before. Because I'm always worried about what she's doing, what they're doing. I never go running because I might be last, or they might be looking at me. And when I first went running and I was larger, she's looking and look, she's seen all that fat hanging out, she's seen my face, and I was never worried about what I was doing. I was always worried about what they're all thinking. Well, how much energy am I wasting on what I could be doing and going faster? Sports nutrition and weight management. The thing with diets is they're all generic. Weight Watchers does work. It does work because it worked on me. It's fab, but it's not long term. You've got to be very careful with low-fat diets because there's all sorts of other things that can happen. I did not know until much later when I did some research and training that in actual fact the Weight Watchers diet and the low-fat diet was responsible for the fact that my thyroid almost failed, and I nearly had to have the long-term pills they give you when you're over 40. Can't remember what they are. I almost had a failed thyroid, and when I started eating fat again and switched my margarine to butter and all of that, my thyroid's fine. And I was like, wow, I didn't realise the two were connected. So you've got to be careful with low-fat diets. The key is more protein and the right fat. And I can calculate that for you and give you some practical tips as to how to do that. Like I say, I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel, and I know we're all human, and for goodness sake, has to decay. But you know, there are simple, like I said before, switches that you can do that will make it easy for you. Now, if anyone wanted to talk to me more, you can come talk to me. I'm willing to do diet analysis for you. It's on my website at the moment for £100, and the reason is because it takes a long time for me to analyse your 3-day diet and to work out what you should have, and to then work out your new plan and I give you food suggestions based on what you say. Now, I'll half that to 50 if anyone is interested in doing that, and I'll also throw you in a 30-minute NLP session if you wanted to talk to me about that. My cards are there, and they're also over there. And on my website, I've got several elements to my website. I'm also, like I say, a GB athlete, and on my personal website there's also training plans. Now, I'm not a coach, so this is just things that work for me, and recipes. And on my business website I also run a magazine which has got practical articles based on health and fitness and lifestyle and that sort of thing, and it encompasses everything from the beginner to the people who already do a bit of training. And it's a monthly magazine. The new one comes out this Friday, and you can read it for free. It doesn't cost. So take a look. I'm sure there's something there that will be of interest. Even if you don't want to spend any money, I give out a lot of information on there for free, because I know we're in a recession and people can't afford that. So I hope that's been useful, and do come over and ask me any questions, or if you want to ask questions now, or if you want to ask me private questions, that's fine. Has anybody any questions?
How old were you when you did your first race?
37. Yeah. 40.
3 years.
Yeah.
To get to GB.
Yeah. Actually, 18 months.
Right.
I did the first race at the tail end of the season. I bought a wetsuit and I thought, right, I need to try this. And if I don't try it, I'll be fretting all winter. What is it like in a lake? So I tried one race right at the end of the season in a lake to see what it was like. And then I did a few at the start of the next season, and then thought, oh, this isn't too bad, you know. And then decided I'd get a coach, because I wanted to make a proper effort. I didn't want to be on the last page, I wanted to be on the second from the last page. And my coach said, you know, you could get on the team. I was like, yeah, tell me another joke. And the first time I tried, I actually got a qualifying time. And I was absolutely dumbfounded, because there is not sport history in my family at all. So yeah, anything's possible, you just need to believe.
And what was the qualifying time?
That was in 2009, and it was 1:25 for a sprint triathlon. And that was Australia. I think I was actually lucky, because it was Australia, and there was a lot of people who couldn't afford it. So that year, I had 5 weeks' notice to get my ticket and my cash together for Australia. So I sold my motorbike, because that was the only way that I was going to get that ticket. But I was going on that plane because I had achieved that place. More questions?
How much time did you have to dedicate to training, and how much impact did it have on your family?
To be honest, I'm happier, and I'm a different person to what I was then. My husband says that he's sort of like he's traded me in for a younger model. People look at the pictures of before and after and say I look like my own mother. You know, so I'm not so sure it's flattering for her, but I use about 10 hours a week training at the moment, and that's obviously around a day job. I'm a teacher during the day, which is why that article is not anywhere on the internet, as you can understand. Yeah, about 10 hours, and fully supportive with my husband. We're in a recession, so sadly I couldn't take him to the last World Championship because I couldn't afford 2 tickets, but every time I'm able to, I do take him, and he is massively supportive to me and all the other Great Britain athletes.
How much of that time was you working on your own? How much of it was actually working on sessions that your coach had set you? And how much time was working with the coach? Does that make sense?
Yeah. So I started off working it out myself, but then that was taking me a lot of effort, and I didn't have the time for that, and I do actually still have a day job and a life as well. So that's why I got the coach, not because I was being posh or thought that I was really good or anything. It was really just a time factor. He sticks it all into Training Peaks, and I just do what he says. So he programs the whole thing, I do one session a week in running with a run coach that I know from my old running club, and that is because running is still my weakness, and still if I had to choose for one thing I would not do if I had a choice. So duathlon's a really stupid idea, I think. They should invent an aqua bike. That's what they should do. Yeah. So, yeah, about one hour a week with a coach and the rest on my own. It doesn't work in a group for me because like, I still haven't managed the art of working with what I'm doing. I'm just always worried about everyone else, so I just train on my own.
Did you go for the weight loss stuff and then get into the training, or did you do them hand in hand?
I did them both together. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a change in lifestyle. Weight Watchers fixes something temporarily in what you're eating, but it's not a change in lifestyle. If you're going to change and stay changed, you need to change the whole lifestyle and what you eat and what you do and how much you're active. So I started off with the running. That's where I started actually. I decided when the size 18 didn't fit, I was going to run a half marathon. Yeah, okay, whatever. And I sort of walked across the line like this, you know, and sat down on a step, and my husband had to go and get the car for me because my legs had seized up. So then I did the Weight Watchers and the running together, and now I don't do the Weight Watchers diet because actually I couldn't because it was too tight all the time because there wasn't enough fat in my diet to sustain the training.
Thank you.
You know? I'm not rushing off, so if anybody does want to come talk to me, please do. I give my bicep for free. Yeah. I am just an ordinary person, and I did just start out like all you people. Honestly, people think, Weight Watchers think I'm a bit extraordinary and haven't used me in their adverts because I'm just not normal. Well, I am normal. I'm just like anyone else. You know, you focus on something, you can have it, whatever it is.